Are you one of those people that decided, I want to eat healthy, but the only thing you can think of was salads and you had them so much that you're tired of them? Or are you one of those people that decided, I want to eat healthy, but don't know where to start, don't know anything about it? Or are you one of those people that decided, I want to eat healthy and I got a good idea of stuff that I can eat, but everything is disgusting and I don't know how long I can do this? Well, you've come to the right place, because today I will be giving you guys 5 simple tricks or tips that's going to help you live a healthier lifestyle and actually enjoy the things you eat. So without further ado, let's get into the video. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Muse, aka Tarrance Muse, aka Muse Montana, aka Tarrance Fitness. Call me whatever. I go by Muse, but this ain't about me. This video is about you guys. In this video, I will be going over 5 simple tricks or tips, whichever you want to call it, on how to build a better, healthier eating lifestyle. That's the best way to put that. So these 5 tips that I'm about to tell you guys about, these are things that I have been accumulating over the years. So I learned some of this stuff from my army mentors, or some of this stuff from influencers that I have been watching or working out with, right? These are things that I feel like help me at its center. It's not too restricting. It is not to the point where you don't enjoy the foods you're eating. So without further ado, by the end of this video, you're going to be able to eat healthier and actually enjoy what you eat. So let's get into the video. All right, guys, so starting off with tip number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know now. Once I tell you tip number 1, you're not going to believe me. You're probably going to be in shock. You're probably going to be like, you're capping, Muse. You're capping. But I promise y'all, it's not cap. So without further ado, tip number 1. You can literally eat anything you want. I probably lost some of you guys there, but stay with me. I'm gonna say it again. You can literally eat anything you want, with the proper knowledge, which you are going to have by the end of this video. I'm not just gonna throw out some crazy random idea like, oh, you can eat whatever you want, and not give you guys the ideas to back it up. So through these other tips in the video, it's going to back up and explain why you can eat whatever you want and how you can eat whatever you want. I promise, guys, just go along with the ride with me. It will make sense by the end of the video. So keep tip number 1 in your mind as we go through these other tips. Tip number 2, find your goal. So this is going to be like the foundation of this video. Your goal doesn't have to be some extravagant, very detailed goal. It can be something as simple as, I want to lose weight. I want to gain muscle. I want to be the strongest in the gym. I want to look good with my shirt off. I just want to be healthy. When you find your goal, is literally the foundation. Even though it may be simple, it may be extravagant, whatever it is, it gives you that path to go down. I want to be in athletics. I want to be a football athlete. Okay, what do football athletes eat on a daily basis? How do I train for that? I want to be a bodybuilder. How many calories do a bodybuilder eat at this weight, at this size? I just want to be healthy, or I want to lose weight. It literally gives you a path, because we literally have the world in our hands. That was supposed to be me pulling out my phone, but my phone's on charger because I gotta go to work in like 30 minutes. But that's besides the point. But we have the world in our hands. So literally you can be like, hey, yo, how many calories do I need to eat to be at this? Or how much food do I need to eat to blah, blah, blah? What are the type of foods that this type of thing eat? You get where I'm going with that? So find your goal. And once you find your goal, everything else falls into that line. Tip number 3, do not, I repeat, do not call it a diet. My goodness. I get it. People be like, oh, I'm on a keto diet, or I'm on the no meat diet, or I'm on the only vegetarian diet. That's cool. Not knocking those people. But I hate the term diet. What we're looking for here is a change in lifestyle. Say it with me. A change in lifestyle. I should have like the little SpongeBob thing. Imagination. A change in a lifestyle. So this is something that I learned from one of my captains in the army. He was literally explaining this to me, and it changed my idea of eating in a whole different perspective. Now I have my phone with me, so we're gonna look up the definition of a diet, and then I'm gonna explain what's the difference between a diet and a change in lifestyle. The first definition: the kinds of food that a person, animal, or community habitually eats. Habitually meaning out of habit. Don't want to insult anybody's intelligence, just saying for the people that didn't know. The second definition is a special course of food to which one restricts oneself either to lose weight or for medical reasons. So the word restricts really hits hard there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to restrict yourself unless you're like trying to be a bodybuilder or something. You're trying to cut for your show day like 2 days before or something like that. But this video is for beginners that are just trying to eat better. So nobody here should really be restricting themselves, honestly. And let's be real, a diet is something that somebody thinks about when they're trying to hit a certain goal at a certain time, and then they usually stop it. Oh, I'm gonna go on this keto diet because about 8 weeks I'm gonna be 20 pounds down. What they do right after that? They go right back to what they've been doing or what they've been eating, and then they put the pounds back on. They're like, oh my God, what happened? This is why you want to change a lifestyle, because you're changing the way you're eating for life. But in that same span of time, you're finding foods that you enjoy eating. So it's easier to stick on your change of lifestyle. You can also have those cheat meals or whatever you want to call it in between. I allow myself a cookie. I allow myself to go to Chick-fil-A. I allow myself to do this because I eat this way majority of the time. And it's something that you're doing throughout the course of your life. It's forever going. So when people be like, oh, I thought that was a part of your diet. You're worried about the wrong thing. I never said I was on a diet. I'm on a change in lifestyle, which allows me to eat what I want to eat, when I want to eat it, while being disciplined in the same time. So just make sure you don't call it a diet. Look for a change in lifestyle. Tip number 4, my goodness. Tip number 4 is the meat and potatoes of this video. If you don't remember anything, remember tip number 4. Tip number 4, substitute. You guys remember when I told y'all about tip number 1? You can eat whatever you want. Well, tip number 3 and tip number 4 goes hand in hand with that. Let me explain. Tip number 3, don't call it a diet. We just went over this. You're not restricting yourself to anything. You're free. Tip number 4, substitute. Let's go on a little ride real quick. So think about all your favorite foods, from spaghetti, that's my favorite food, so it's probably not y'all's, but it's mine. From pizza, burgers, wings, fries, all this stuff that you go to these fast food restaurants and you eat, they sell the same stuff at stores, correct? All right, let's go even further. Let's say you're buying this stuff and you're preparing this stuff. Oh, I want a burger and fries tonight. Cool, I bought the stuff at the store, now I have it. You know, you prepare a burger, which you can make even more burgers at less calories. You know where I'm going here? So you're preparing the burgers and you're preparing the potatoes, you're cutting them up, you're baking them, you know, whatever, however you want to prepare them. Number 1, you know what's going into the food. Number 2, you're making the same thing that you can get at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or whatever, lower calories, you made it at home. You're eating the same thing, which leads into my fact, you can eat whatever you want. There are so many YouTube videos, Instagram videos, I watch them on a daily basis. People are finding lower calorie Big Macs, lower calorie Chick-fil-A sandwiches. People are literally making this stuff and telling you the ingredients to make them. So the fact that you can eat whatever you want is not a lie. You literally can. Now, granted, it's gonna take more time. I'm sorry. It's gonna take more time. On that note, I don't really remember the Instagram pages off the top of my head, but I will put them in the description below because I follow these guys and these guys are amazing. So you want to go check out that stuff? They literally have just about everything from McDonald's, Panda Express, Chipotle, all that good stuff. So make sure you go check those out. Are you guys starting to see the flow of this video? See, I told y'all, tip number 1, it sounded crazy at first, but it's not really crazy. You may have to meal prep some of this stuff because I know it's on the fly, it's on the go. You might have to take 1 day and meal prep, or at least 2 days. I don't like meal prepping for way too long. We can get to that video on a different day if you want to know like what's the best strategies to meal prep and stuff. But right now I'm just giving you guys basic tips. So if you have to meal prep that stuff, then you got to do what you got to do. If you really want to change a lifestyle, it comes at a cost. But when you start seeing the results, you just can't fathom it. And the final tip, tip number 5, be consistent, but allow yourself those treats. I'm gonna have to break this down into 2 separate people. So you got the first person that's like, oh, I'm really craving this, and then they try to be so disciplined for so long that when they finally get that treat, they go on a binge and eat bad for a long time. That is my group of people. That is myself. Then you have the second group of people that are very disciplined, very strict, and they just go so far along, and then they get to a point where they're like, oh, maybe I want this. They can go a little further, then a little further, and then they finally get it, they have it, and then they get right back on track. My roommate. Know what side you're on. You'll figure it out eventually if you don't know yet. But here's why this is important. For people like me, the people that prolong it for so long, like, oh, I'm not gonna have that cookie, I'm not gonna do that. Granted, it's a line of discipline that you know, like, I just ate bad yesterday. I can't eat this today. You know, but there's a certain point you be like, all right, well, I went this whole week and I know I can have this cookie, or I gotta have this Chick-fil-A today. Because study also shows that if you prolong it, you are more likely to go on that binge. You know what I'm saying? So if you need that cookie that day, have that cookie. Allow that leeway, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you have to be that person that like, I'm gonna have a cheat meal on Friday. If that gets you through your week, then you do that. Tip number 5 is literally person dependent. It all depends on you. I'm the type of person where I used to have cheat days. Now I'm at a point where my change of lifestyle allows me to eat in such a good way that I can really just pick any day of the week and have whatever I want and still look the way I want to look depending on my goals. So when it comes to tip number 5, allow yourself that stuff. Be disciplined. Don't be like, oh yeah, I worked out today, I'm gonna have a cookie today. And then tomorrow be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this. And then tomorrow, no, you shouldn't be cheating every single day. Don't do that. So take that tip with a grain of salt. Don't try to overuse it and be like, well, Muse said I can do this. No, you still gotta have some type of discipline. You just have to be very specific when you use it. With that being said, those are my 5 tips. Hopefully these really helped you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This stuff has literally got me through a lot of hard times and just trying to eat, and it just made eating even better for me. So if you guys want a different video on like different type of things you can eat, or like how to track macros and all that other good stuff, any other questions you guys have, drop it in the comments below. Literally, I'm here for you guys. Also, I'm going through the same stuff now. I'm still far from my fitness goal, still learning, still figuring all this stuff out with you guys. But I feel like these tips really helped me, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please share to any other friends that are trying to get some tips or anything, or let them know about it. Don't be stingy, you know, share information. That's what we're here for. With all that being said, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next week. Thank you.